£300,000 by the Daily Mirror to tell his story. According to the Daily Mirror, Burrell spoke with the support of the palace. The Daily Mail claimed that the accusation of male rape was the real reason for the collapse of the trial. The Sunday Express went further, however, and talked of a palace secret that could bring down the monarchy. The rape allegations were made to Princess Diana by a valet called George Smith, who said that he was raped by a servant of Prince Charles. However, it is believed that George Smith made other allegations of an even more serious nature, and that the Queen intervened to stop those allegations coming out in court. Diana recorded her conversations with George Smith, and the incriminating tape was among her possessions after her death. The whereabouts of the tape are now unknown. Extraordinarily, an anonymous denial of the rape allegation was made by an unidentified servant of Prince Charles, but speculation began to gather around his close personal valet and friend, Michael Fawcett. Fawcett is a controversial figure who was so unpopular that, some years ago, the rest of the Prince of Wales staff said that they would resign if he was not sacked. By all accounts, both Charles and Fawcett broke down in tears at the prospect of him leaving, but the discord was patched up by Charles's friend, the Duchess of Devonshire, and his mistress, Camilla Parker Bowles. On November the 8th this year, the Daily Mail reported, now, 4 years later, Charles talks of Fawcett as indispensable and is known to be devoted to him. However, in the aftermath of the eruption of the scandal, Fawcett has been suspended from his duties. The story continues to unravel, and it is now believed that Michael Fawcett has been offered up to £2 million to tell the full details of his story. In the Mail on Sunday on November the 3rd, the question was posed, can the monarchy ever recover from this shameful attempt to hide its dirty linen? Perhaps the most dramatic revelation to emerge from the whole sordid affair came in the Daily Mirror on November 6th, when it was reported that the Queen had warned Paul Burrell, saying, "Be careful, Paul. There are powers at work in this country about which we have no knowledge." Certainly, if true, this drives to the heart of Mohammed al-Fayed's fears and beliefs concerning the crash in the Alma tunnel. Having conducted a 5-year investigation, Mohammed al-Fayed has concluded that members of the security forces were behind the crash. His claims have been dismissed by the establishment as being without foundation. Now it seems that the Queen herself shares Mohammed al-Fayed's concerns about the unaccountability of the security forces. There is no doubt that Princess Diana knew precisely what she was doing when she took the tape recordings of her conversation with George Smith. In the weeks prior to her death, it was becoming increasingly clear that Diana was looking to escape from her life of conflict with the royal family. Now evidence has emerged from the Burrell trial and its aftermath that Prince Philip was indeed deeply hostile to her. On the 15th of July 1997, 6 weeks prior to her death, Princess Diana revealed to the Daily Mirror that her boys wanted her to quit Britain. Mohammed al-Fayed believes that she would have married Dodi and that plans were soon to be announced. Clearly, Diana had something up her sleeve because she told the Daily Mirror that a big surprise was coming. Diana had in her possession, at the time, a tape which contained allegations yet to emerge which are threatening to the monarchy. Princess Diana had often said that she thought Charles could not be king, and that the throne should pass to William. These new allegations and the further evidence which is likely to emerge lend increasing strength to Mohammed al-Fayed's belief that the royal family, headed by Prince Philip, were in a state of utter panic and had every possible motive to see Princess Diana out of the way. As if marrying a Muslim, the son of a trenchant critic of the royal family, wasn't enough, it now looked as if she might make further revelations which could have easily brought down the monarchy, but was already directly weakened by her huge popularity as a world icon. Mohammed al-Fayed views these new revelations with a mixture of sadness and anger. As a result of the stand he has taken, Mohammed al-Fayed has been the subject of a vendetta by the British establishment. That vendetta has served only to strengthen his determination. He has vowed to devote his energies and resources to bringing the murderers of his son Dodi, Princess Diana, and Henri Paul to justice. He is now more than ever convinced that all the evidence of guilt points towards the very pinnacle of British society.
As a father who have lost his beloved son, I have investigated every aspect of the car crash which killed my son Dodi, Diana, Princess of Wales, and their driver Henry Paul. The evidence is clear. These three innocent people were murdered. New evidence continues to emerge that support what I have been saying. Diana's two butlers, Paul Burrell and Harold Brown, were arrested and charged with stealing her treasures. Dramatically, the Queen herself stepped in and stopped Burrell's trial. We know that the royal family thinks itself above the law. But why would the Queen give us such a dramatic proof of their arrogance by interfering so directly with justice? I will tell you. It is because the two butlers were going to drop bombshell in court. Their evidence was dynamite for the royal family. Diana, Princess of Wales, had kept record of all threats and bullying of Prince Philip. She had also recorded evidence of serious sexual offenses which took place inside the royal household. On one tape is the story of a sex act between a senior member of the royal family and a servant. These stories, if they became public, could be devastating for Prince Charles and bring down the monarchy.